Hello, welcome to BBC World News. The Caribbean island nation Barbados has become the world's newest republic, severing its colonial bonds with Britain nearly 400 years after the first boats arrived there. At the stroke of midnight, President Dame Sandra Mason replaced Queen Elizabeth as head of state. Bells rang out in the capital, Bridgetown, signalling the transition. Our correspondent Daniela Relf was there.
The world's newest republic and a show of national pride. This constitutional shift in Barbados is about asserting self-confidence and shedding the links to its colonial past. Some of this country's most well-known names were among the VIP guests attending the transition ceremony.
Praise! General salute!
And also here to watch it all play out, the Prince of Wales. Invited to see his mother removed as a head of state, the first time that has happened anywhere in 30 years. For the final time on this Caribbean island, he viewed a military march past and took the final salute. And then the symbolic moment of transition. As the royal standard was lowered over Barbados, it became a republic. It's hard to imagine that this event wasn't tinged with some sadness for the Prince of Wales. He has focused on the enduring friendship between two nations and also spoken directly about the pain of a shared history.
From the darkest days of our past and the appalling atrocity of slavery, which forever stains our history, the people of this island forged their path with extraordinary fortitude. Emancipation, self-government, and independence were your waypoints. Freedom, justice, and self-determination have been your guides.
An acknowledgement of the past as this island looked forward and swore in its first ever president.
I, Sandra Mason, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Barbados according to law. So help me God.
Casting aside the official link to the British monarchy, Barbados is increasingly looking east to China for financial support. There are Republican rumblings too in other Caribbean nations. They will be watching this newest republic closely. Daniela Ralph, BBC News, Bridgetown, Barbados.
Let's go to our correspondent Celestina Olulode, who joins us now from Bridgetown Live. So, Celestina, I mean, given Barbados was granted independence, I think, in '66, this was today more about emotion and symbolism, perhaps.
Well, Tim, welcome to the world's newest republic. This is indeed a symbolic moment for the country, a moment of history, because for 396 years, this island has been under a British monarchical system. So yes, this certainly is a symbolic moment. And the Prime Minister of the country says that now Barbados can leave its colonial past behind.
This was an acknowledgement of the darkest days of colonialism by Prince Charles, but not a full-blown apology. And is that something that a lot of people in Barbados want?
I think when you talk about slavery in Barbados, what a lot of people have told me is they want to talk about reparations. Barbados, of course, is part of CARICOM, and the Prime Minister has said that, look, this is something that needs to be addressed, it's something that needs to be discussed, because when slavery ended, the planters, the people that owned slaves were compensated, but the enslaved Africans themselves and their descendants weren't.
It's interesting, isn't it? Prince Charles went into this ceremony as a future king of Barbados. He left, or he's leaving now, as just another visiting dignitary. Was there universal support for his visit there this time, or had demonstrations been planned in protest at this?
Well, it depends really on who you talk to. There were some Barbadians who told me, look, they find it amusing that Prince Charles has been invited to the celebrations by Prime Minister Mia Mottley. But then on the other hand, there are those that say, look, we understand the diplomatic significance of this, but why is Prince Charles being given an award here? Why is he being offered that? And that's something that I asked Prime Minister Mottley, and she said that, look, she wants to continue to have cordial relationships, to have a cordial relationship with Britain, and she is a friend of Prince Charles, so she wants to keep those ties going, but just as a republic.
OK, Celestina, Olulode, thanks very much indeed for joining us here.